Anton Lavey. Anton Zander Lavey lived from April 11, 1930 to October 29, 1997. He was the founder of the Church of Satan and the religion of Satanism. On April 30, 1966, he ritualistically shaved his head, allegedly, in the tradition of ancient executioners, declared the founding of the Church of Satan and proclaimed 1966 as the year 1, Anno Satanas, the first year of the Age of Satan. He made national headlines the following year for performing a satanic wedding, then baptizing his daughter in the Church of Satan. Official symbol of the Church of Satan is Sigil of Baphomet. He was greatly influenced by Aleister Crowley, and he was the author of 5 books: The Satanic Bible, The Satanic Witch, The Satanic Rituals, The Devil's Notebook, and Satan Speaks. He released 3 music albums: The Satanic Mass, Satan Takes a Holiday, and Strange Music. For years he kept a lion and a tarantula as pets. His family home was painted black throughout with red ceilings, pentagrams and satanic statuettes. Daggers and skulls hung on the walls next to a coffin with a plastic owl perched on top. He died in October 29, 1997. But for some reason, his death certificate lists him as having died on October 31 instead. The family said they kept his death secret for a week in order not to distract his followers over their most important holiday season, Halloween. His daughter, Carla Lavey, a Church of Satan high priestess, vowed to continue his work. In 2013, the Satanic Temple, a non-theistic organization and new religious movement, was founded with its headquarters in Salem, Massachusetts. It was established to fight a perceived intrusion of Christian values on American politics. They claim it is a progressive and updated version of Lavey's Satanism. In 2016, they started the After-School Satan Club for Children. They claim it is an after-school program that promotes self-directed education by supporting the intellectual and creative interests of students, and that it exists to provide a safe and inclusive alternative to the religious clubs that use threats of eternal damnation to convert school children to their belief system. They say the After-School Satan Club program focuses on science, critical thinking, creative arts, and good works for the community. Apparently, they claim that modern Satanism has nothing to do with the worship of Satan, but independence, freedom of thought and personal expression. So my question is, if it has nothing to do with Satan, why not just give another name? Surely of all the hundreds of thousands of words in the English language and millions in other languages, they could have come up with something better than Satan to call their club. Guys, just ignore those fancy-sounding explanations. Remember, the devil is the father of lies. In the Bible, when the disciples asked Jesus to tell them when the end would come, and what would be the signs, he started by warning them not to be deceived. The biggest trap the devil is using in this end time is deception. So when someone comes to you and tries to convince you Satanism has nothing to do with Satan but independence and whatnot, do not allow to be deceived. Remember our previous discussion on Satanism and Luciferianism. The Bilderberg Group. From 29th to May 31st, 1954, a group of the most powerful men in the world met in Hotel Bilderberg in the Netherlands to debate the future of the world. At this time, the group initiated a policy that has remained in place ever since, which is never to allow the press to attend its meetings or release any statements on conclusions reached at the meeting. Since the first conference in 1954, this group meets every year in a luxurious hotel in a part of the world. It is an annual meeting of influential people who control politics, finance, media, Hollywood, social media, presidents of IMF, World Bank and the Federal Reserve, chairmen of 100 of the most powerful companies in the world, vice presidents of the USA, directors of the CIA and FBI, heads of state, businessmen, politicians, bankers, CEOs of leading newspapers, senators, European prime ministers, etc. About 80 members are regulars, and every year, different personalities are invited to report on subjects related to their sphere of influence or professional and academic knowledge. These invited people are clueless about the formal structure behind the Bilderbergs and remain in ignorance about the group's greater goals and objectives. They are working towards a time when we will not have countries but regions of Earth surrounded by universal values, i.e. a one world government, one economic system and one universal religion. In short, as we have seen with the two previous groups, the Illuminati and Freemasons, they are working towards a new world order as prophesied in Revelation 13. In fact, in 2001, Dennis Healy, a Bilderberg Group founder and a steering committee member for 30 years, said, "To say we were striving for a one-world government is exaggerated, but not wholly unfair. Those of us in Bilderberg felt we couldn't go on forever fighting one another for nothing and killing people and rendering millions homeless. So we felt that a single community throughout the world would be a good thing." Indeed, when they first met, the first item on their agenda was formation of the European Union. The Bilderbergs are behind food control and behind mergers to have few businesses controlling world economy. In 1994, David Rockefeller, who was a Bilderberger, was quoted at a UN dinner as saying, "We are on the verge of a global transformation. All we need is the right major crisis, and the nations will accept the new world order." To achieve goals like these, the group long ago concluded that it had to suppress natural democratic tendencies. The democratic process, with its emphasis on national sovereignty and the will of the people, is seen as a hindrance to the group's globalist agenda. As Prince Bernhard of Denmark, a Bilderberg Group founder, stated, "It is difficult to re-educate people brought up on nationalism to the idea of relinquishing part of their sovereignty to a supranational body. But that's what must be done."